The battle begins.
Welcome back, guys. Good news. It was a short pause because we're already back. We're ready to get in game, and we hope that you're excited to come watch with us.
They fixed it. They installed the Skype technology from 2001 is back, and yeah, they're gonna have to use that, unfortunately. I don't know. I just made that up, but yeah. 1-0. Boxy, they got the kill. Boxy, he tried to go for a sneaky one, got punished for it.
Yeah, it's set up WEU very nicely here for this lane, so it does have that little bit of an edge here against Mickey. How does this lane usually play out, though? Because, again, we don't typically see a lot of the Hoodwink in the mid lane, especially against Invoker. How do you propose that this is going to end up?
Hoodwink, strong laner, started with the Bushwhack. I mean, he got the last hit off of it, got the first blood. You would want to have Acorn Shot to be able to secure the range creep. I don't think he's gonna, like, manage to kill Invoker or anything pre-level 6. Once you hit that level 6, there's a possibility. But, yeah, Hoodwink, overall, I think we're gonna see a little bit more coming out from the Hoodwink. Not too much, I would say, but definitely like a specialist type of a hero you need to be able to play the mid. Hoodwink scales really well into the late game. They do have some really good heroes to get on top of Hoodwink, like Lone Druid's Bear. You have Dawnbreaker and the Monkey King coming up from position 4.
So we're going to see something like particular in terms of build, something unique coming out of WEU for this game, or?
Not necessarily, just the casual stuff. Maelstrom into probably like maybe even full upgrade of the Maelstrom to be able to just motivate us for some stats, and also to be able to lock people down.
Okay. Seeing a little bit of that wave cutting here in the bottom lane. Top lane, we were seeing that Insania was putting out a lot of harassment over on Tiny, but see a bit of trading and just creep manipulation over here on the side. I always enjoy when they make these little like side lanes sort of thing over in the jungle. Yeah, the damage dealt coming out from this Enchantress. The Insania, like I said, top lane with that impetus, was really putting the pressure down over onto Artemis earlier.
Did Insania plant a mango tree or what?
He's got
like, look at his item build. He has 6 mangoes on Enchantress.
I mean, it's paying off, right? Because it's making enough space here for Matu that he's able to, you know, hit these creeps pretty easily and not feel too badly pressured as the bottom lane. Stamina will end up falling here at Boxy, but Boxy is just getting clicked down here by Nico Baby. There's not much that I can do about this, so...
Oh, he's the tree.
Just try to do a little monkey business there, but...
Still a good trade. This is something we talked about like 15 minutes ago when we started the game, but then the pause happened, where if Jakiro gets caught out of the lane, if he's not close to the tower or anything, like he can get jumped by both of these heroes.
And definitely taking advantage of any weird positioning coming into play as continue here over in this mid lane. It's kind of trading back and forth a bit right now. It looks like Hoodwink a little bit ahead here in terms of CS, 14 and 3, 12 and 3, and good avalanche here in the top lane. A little bit of that root in place. They're going to try to dish back some of that harass over onto Insania, but it does have a salve. You have to go right back to harassing again.
Matu's gonna have a really free lane here. Insania's doing a very good job, like just harassing both of these and also forcing Aramis to use his mana pool. He does have 1 mango to work with, but they're not killing Matu in this lane. Like, there's no way Matu's gonna die. Maybe they can kill Enchantress with the Spirit Siphon and the full combo from Tiny. Boxy.
A lot of pressure here as he'll turn back around as advanced, but he should tick down. In fact, there it is. There's it from Nico Baby. Gets a bash off over onto Zai, but does have to be a little bit careful. So we'll continue with some of this harass, though. They'll turn it back around over onto Zai. Zai not having much mana left here to work with. Nico Baby turn around, take a couple of those tower shots. Is going to be forced to just back off.
Nico bought the healing salve for himself, which is going to be the full duration.
What you like to see on these cores. Are you still running into that in some of your games where your cores just like, give me yourself?
Yeah, people don't read the patch notes or they still think it's good. I mean, in certain situation it is, but it's... oh, mid lane, Mickey dropping very low. Never mind, fake hype. Just checking if the observer is listening to us.
Match over onto Zai. Boxy jumping back around, sees himself a Jakiro here. He's gonna try to slow him down just a little bit as Nico throws his body between them. and they will back off.
MATUMBAMAN does have one healing salve to work with, but Boxy will cancel it.
Boxy to throw down the hammer, and that's a kill now for Boxy. So a lot of just back and forth in this bottom lane.
It's okay for Jakiro. He's coming back to a lane with full HP, full mana. I'm gonna bring some tangos for Void if needed, but Void does have a healing salve for himself. Man, Nico baby, he read the patch notes like 3 times, it seems.
It's always important to do your reading, for sure. Middle lane again, checking in. Nothing too wild right now. Do you see a little bit of a rotation here? But Mickey just gonna sit back, farm safely, and they'll rotate over a bit more. See now that Sani is also joining. Foxy sitting over in the tree line, looking to pincer. Open up with the tornado. Jump down, try to slap weak, cold snap, and the kill goes to Boxy.
And Boxy, he's getting all the last hits, all 3 of them. Is he your favorite hero, Boxy? Just because it rhymes with
Nah. Big fan, though. I missed the days of his Slardar play in the offlane. I was a big fan of
Oh yeah, Boxy, the good old position 3/4.
Yeah. He used to own on that hero, though, man. It was great. I used to love to watch that. But yeah, Nico baby having a very nice time here on lane, and get the toss back over here on Matu. But again, it's pretty difficult to hold him down. But when you have a rotation from WEU, you'll be able to secure it with a sharpshooter. So that's a pretty decent kill there.
Yeah, Matu's probably upset because they killed Hoodwink on the mid lane. If they didn't, he would not die.
So is this a situation where you think that it would have been better not to have that gank?
No.
No.
Good damage on. There is Chronosphere ready, so the Zai is dead here. They might not even need to pop it if he gets some bashes. Let's see if they decide to dive underneath the tower. Nico? Hey, he's gonna respect it.
Yeah, there are creeps to hit, and he's having a good time. He's currently the top of the net worth, followed very closely by WEU. They're putting plenty of pressure here on this mid tower. Top lane, so the Guardian coming in hot. They're going to try to punish Symmetrical here. Looks like they'll be able to do it. The Exorcism was already used, so now Armus, he's in a lot of trouble. He is going to be next to fall to Matu. As over in the mid lane, they'll make their moves over onto WEU, but the follow-up here from Nico Baby, going to try to punish Mickey. We'll go for that Chronos here, and the sharpshooter coming in hot from downtown.
Still good trade for Team Liquid. They managed to take down tower. They managed to bring down 2 heroes. First Solar Guardian usage. I see Zai going for a bit of a different build from what we've seen today from the offlane Dawnbreaker, going for what people would call like standard, the Echo Saber. It's a very greedy build. You do scale much better having that double hit disassembling Echo going for a BKB, but it needs time. Maybe he feels that Lone Druid is gonna do the job. Like he's gonna be able to take some towers with the Enchantress, and they have a little bit of like global presence, so he can be the one also jumping. Oh, Aramis.
Well, you don't have that global presence if you're getting ganked in the mid lane. They need a little bit more damage here. So they'll turn back around, and they still end up getting the kill on Zai.
Starting to feel a bit nutty.
Alliance being able to put some pressure here over to this mid lane.
If there was one extra hero for Team Liquid, they do get like double kill from it. Because Dawnbreaker would be able to land her Starbreaker. Oh, symmetrical.
Oh,
good
the Wild Wing. Very nicely done. Followed up with the Boundless. Jump down, and that should be a dead Death Prophet yet again.
Radiant's top tower.
They spot themselves a little bit more here. Mickey in a good position. They'll turn around over onto WEU. They've got the Avalanche, they've got the EMP. The chase is on. Boxy doing the tree dance. The bear chasing after WEU pops that fairy fire. And they'll hunt through here. And they know that, you know, it's just too hard to run when you've got a Monkey King.
This is going to be a tower. I don't see them defending the tower. Faceless Void does not have Chrono for 50 seconds. Exorcism will be up. They do pop a glyph. Matu very close to full Mask of Madness on top of the phase boots. Let's see. It feels like they're just gonna say no. Not the most important tower. Usually you would want to take the enemy safe lane tower, but you do have Enchantress and the Lone Druid, so the towers are gonna drop relatively quickly, especially the safe lane one.
They have so much pressure that they can apply when you've got something like Lone Druid and, of course, the Enchantress, so it just feels like the draft from Liquid is playing very, very quickly, despite the fact that, you know, you said Zai kind of playing for a little bit later timing, but again, having this pressure that you can place on the map with the heroes that they possess on the side of Liquid, it's going to work out, I think, all right.
All it took was a couple of small buffs on Dawnbreaker for Hero to be viable again, and of course some indirect buffs to a hero where others also get nerfed, so having a bit of a global presence, we're definitely going to see this hero more often. This is my problem with position 4 Tiny. This hero, like usually you see, oh, it's courier coming to him, it must be something cool. 10 minutes in, like we're talking about the Blink Dagger, but it's just a book.
It feels like a very feast or famine hero right now. Like either you snowball, you start to get really, really big and you can put that pressure down, or you're just kind of wandering around hoping that you can find scraps.
It's very mana dependent hero. You need to invest a lot in the early items. Mango's Clarity is constant running at you, and you need to be active. Like you need to get stuff done. Monkey jump.
Yeah, I've got the damage coming in here from Mickey as well. Throws out the Tornado, throws out the Urn Charge, and that's the dead Jakiro. So turn up with Wukong's command. A little bit of pressure being placed over here onto the Death Prophet, but they might be able to get themselves a Sania. In fact, they will find that kill. So a nice little turnaround here for the side of Alliance, and definitely needed.
Zai didn't feel like that is going to be worth of him coming into the fight. So now just going to put some more pressure on the tower, farming very efficiently here with the Celestial Hammer.
This feels like a lot of trading back and forth with the supports for the most part currently with these guys. But again, some more space to farm. You see Zai's farming, so is Nico Baby. Sitting at top of the net worth. Going to continue to hit creeps. Does have the Chronosphere up if they decide they want to go for any place. But it feels like they're just trying to alleviate pressure.
Oh, Symmetrical is showing bottom. It could potentially die.
They've got the golem here, the hammer. Gonna throw out a little bit of damage here. Just have that Spirit
nice
Siphon.
bait from Liquid. Baiting both Spirit Siphons. And now they want to see if someone's gonna TP. Boxy is there. He wants to scout things out.
Oh yeah, you can't hide in the trees when there's a Monkey King here. As they'll jump down, and they'll land the Starbreaker and secure the kill on Symmetrical. I feel like this Death Prophet has not been able to do much of anything this game.
Zai also just memes there, cuts down Boxy's tree so that Boxy can't steal the kill. I mean, I would do the same. He stole a couple of kills, also wanted to steal the tower, but Zai says no. Also, have you seen in Twitch chat, what is it called? Zai J, the new emote?
Zai J? No,
yeah,
wait, what is it?
Pretty disgusting. Like, people are spamming it. When I first saw it, I really got afraid of it. I mean, I still do. Last night, I'm like going to bed, everything's cool. I'm like, yeah, now I'm gonna have 8 hours of sleep, and then I start dreaming about Zai J. You should see it. Open up the Twitch chat.
I don't know if I want to see that. Like, if you're having nightmares about it, that sounds like a terrible thing to subject myself to. If it scares even you.
I mean, I just want you to see it. I'll give you 30 seconds. I'll talk about other stuff. Maybe with 5 minutes delay.
I don't go into Twitch chat. Okay. Come on now. That's a dangerous place.
Okay, so Hoodwink going for the Gleipnir. Just a natural item progression for mid Hoodwink, I would say. Be able to lock people down. The hero is very elusive, not, I would say, as elusive, because you're playing against the Monkey King, so he can scout you out near the trees. I love the build and box in this game. I saw Solar Crest. For now, it's going to be Medallion, but they're going to find ways to amplify the damage coming out from the Bear. If they drop the Solar Crest, if they drop Alacrity on Bear, that's going to be pretty nuts.
Yeah, buffing the Bear definitely will make it even more powerful. And also, another thing with the Liquid draft, they have really excellent ways of getting vision. When you consider the fact that you do have, summons from Enchantress, you've got the Monkey King, who is a pretty elegant solution, honestly, to go up against the Hoodwink, who wants to hide in this tree line. But it's like we're going to see a bit of a fight here. They cut down the tree immediately. Go drop the Magnifier. EMP, though, there's not much mana to work with here, as Boxy, though, still is going to take the brunt of the damage. So they'll lose the Monkey King behind the tower, and Liquid's going to back off after having many TPs there to that bottom area from Alliance.
They're pretty fine with sacrificing Boxy there. Couple of rotations. Now you see Symmetrical also being half HP, half mana, and he probably needs to go back. Does have a Soul Ring, so that's his way of saying, even if I get EMP'd, I'm gonna still have mana to use my abilities. But he's super underfarmed. Like, he's 4,000 net worth, but so is Invoker. Looking at Mickey, he's sitting at the middle of the pack right now. Needs a kill. He definitely needs a kill to be able to have that Spirit Vessel, and they're going for it.
And they smoke up over on the side of Liquid. They can see that Stoneman's over here, and they can also find themselves a tiny EMP Tornado. Hop down. It's a good avalanche. Buys them a bit more time, but it's not going to be long enough because Insania will collect himself a kill. And they have just great vision coming out from the side of Liquid all down this part of the Radiant.
This game, Moxie needs to last for at least 45 minutes for Tiny to play the game, because he's not going to have a Blink Dagger. It's very, very difficult.
He's got the aspirational quick buy item right now. He's like, yeah, I'll get there eventually, but I just feel like Liquid's playing so fast right now that I'm starting to doubt that he's going to be able to ever get it at this rate.
Yeah, he does have 6 CS at the moment. A little bit more than 2 CS per minute. Which is pretty impressive. Every 30 seconds you kill a creep.
Sure, he would like to be killing more than just creeps every 30 seconds as we and the Jakiro do spot Zai. Try to line up the sharpshooter. Will connect, but just a little bit of harass mostly, as over in the mid lane they'll find themselves again. This Tiny, he's desperately trying to do anything this game, and he's just not finding anything here. As cool guys don't look at explosions, Liquid just walks away. Easy peasy.
They're near the Roche pit, but seems like, yeah, I could saw Matu. He was thinking about it. Oh.
Manan, Solar Guardian, and come jumping on in. Zai says he wants to be a part of this battle. Honestly, he's really not even needed with the damage that they're putting out right now.
Desto is online. He got the first 2 stacks. They do have Alpha Wolf as well. If they can bait this fight, let's see how fast it drops, because Alliance will gladly take the fight inside the pit with the Faceless Voice Chrono being up and also Dead Prophet ulti. They did scout him out, but still no Jakiro. He's just going to drop too quickly.
You can see Nuka Baby just turn back around and farms. So it's going to be an Aegis. Picked up for Matu. And Liquid is going to continue their reign of terror here. 5k net worth lead at about 16 minutes in. I just feel like we haven't seen any like full items really coming out for the side of Alliance, like hardly at all. Like you've got a boost travel over on WEU and the Maelstrom, but
I wanted them to like use Chrono, use the Exorcism, but Symmetrical got shut down very quickly, I would say. Like you would also want to have Exorcism level 2 at this point. The Ghost just doubles. Problem with the Alliance's draft is cooldowns. Like having the long cooldowns. This is gonna be looks like a solo kill.
He might be able to flap those little wings fast enough. Looks like Jakiro's gonna survive this time, but definitely they know that there's vision over there. And now Zai has overtaken the network.
Aramis again.
Look at this, Voxy. I just mess around, but in the top lane, Mickey finds the kill on Aramis. They are hemorrhaging right now, and they, oh dear, Symmetrical. Gonna throw out that Vessel charge. They end up losing Insania. We does find that kill, so won't have to worry about this Enchantress, but still feels like consolation prizes right now.
I think that's something.
5.
Just position 5. How many deaths does he have? Only 2. Boxy does have a lot of deaths. Boxy's 4 deaths, and yeah, going for that Solar Crest that we mentioned. So that's going to be Alacrity, Solar Crest Bear with the Aegis on him, and also Deso going into Basher next. Initiation.
Roar, blink forward here from Zai, and another kill here from Matu. That global presence proving to be quite the issue for the side of Alliance. Here's the kill that we didn't get to see with Insania.
Oh yeah, he really showed him there.
It's hunting season.
Hero with the triple net worth off Enchantress getting a solo kill with magic damage, while again losing another tower. Alliance, they misuse this Chrono, they know. Like the other tier 2 tower is gonna drop. They might even go for like tier 3 and the barracks if they misuse it.
I'm not sure what Alliance can do really to staunch this bleeding right now, because it definitely feels like they're all very singular, I guess. Like they're not really playing as a core unit, and I know that's a bit difficult considering, like, you look at the items, right? You look over at this Death Prophet, she's got pretty much nothing other than the Ogre Club, and then of course the Tiny has had like such a difficult time. So it does look like they are going to back up WEU, which I think has potential, but I'm a little worried for them here.
Aramis is not having a game. Like he just can't find any open. Oh, maybe that's it.
Bushwhack down.
Curse
There
coming
we
through,
go.
doesn't get the last hit, but they got that
Ooh.
assist gold.
Zyda here in the bottom lane. Let's put a little bit of pressure over onto WEU. You can see this rotation now. Oh, that entangle. Like you said, Aramis having a very difficult time this game. And in the middle lane, Boxy and Mickey finding this opening over onto Nico, baby. They're trying to stun him up as much as possible. A good deafening blast there. Not quite enough damage, but enough to spook him to make him run away. So that is going to be a Void who's going to have to back off. And no mana for that Chrono. Is just going to continue farming. But
They try to bait something. They try to bait the rotation, potentially a defensive Chronosphere. This is something that you do, like even now with the BKBs, the value that you get from it is pretty insane. What a highlight. Seeing Enchantress die for the 3rd time.
This feels like it's watching Boxy move around the map. And yes, he does have a couple kills, or rather a couple deaths, but he's definitely been, you know, very, very active in the way that he's been moving around the map, trying to scout things out, and it's been paying off pretty nicely for him.
The supports on Team Liquid are dying, but all 3 cores have only 1 death, and that's what matters.
Are scanning.
I feel like a lot of the times that whenever you see your supports that have like those deaths, it's usually, you know, something in terms of, you know, they're tanking a gank, breaking a smoke. Is Amato's just running directly at Aramis here. WEU is hiding over here in the tree line. Savage Roar, good Bushwhack coming into play with the Acorn, the toss up with the Solar Garden coming in hot. It's going to be able to keep Matu alive as he'll turn right back around again, get the entangle off, be able to get the kill on Aramis, and now WEU hiding in the corner. They need to find something to cancel this out. Do they have the fear? They have the roar. And that is another kill going to the side of Team Liquid.
Matu goes to full HP. Look at Matu holding a big boy Philly. I like that. There's a couple of heroes from the mid lane that, like mid safe lane, that can hold the Philosopher's Stone, like Zeus, Tinker, and this guy. There's probably more heroes. Let me just check the list real quickly, Moxie.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate the thoroughness. As they do end up going high ground here. They're feeling very confident on the side of Liquid. As I jumps forward with that Starbreaker. Get the fear coming out here from the bear with the roar. We'll push Aramis, or sorry, not Aramis. We'll push Symmetrical back. As Aramis does try to get into position, maybe throw out an avalanche or something, but they managed to push them away over on the side of Liquid. BKB, I believe, was just picked up now for the Faceless Void. So they could perhaps be looking to make some moves, but again, it just feels very scary. All right, we do have the Atos online now for Hoodwink, so we'll be going for that full Gleipnir eventually.
He's gonna have it after farming up the next wave. How's Tiny doing? Still 800 gold away from a Blink Dagger. If they lose another fight, like Tiny might never get a Blink Dagger.
It's looking very bleak, for sure. This Death Prophet is... I think she has the BKB completed now. I think Symmetrical's getting that set out to them. But it has been a struggle, for sure. Yeah, there's the BKB. So we're seeing some of these items, but they're all quite defensive coming out from the side of Alliance.
They need to. Like, BKB's okay on that Prophet, but still not gonna save you against heavy physical damage coming out from... Oh, El Doge. Look at him. I didn't even notice the name of Matumbaman's bear. Matu should have watched more National Geographic when he was younger.
What?
I don't think that's a dog.
Just the name. Haven't you ever had like a pet that you named another animal?
Oh yeah. I call my bear Squirrel all the time.
See? There you go. It's a very large squirrel. Very terrifying one.
Very large, yeah.
Okay. All right, well, they went for a smoke over on Alliance, but they just moved across the map. Looks like maybe trying to, you know, just push out a little bit. Some more information as Boxy sitting up here in the tree line is going to just hop away. Now he's over there, but Alliance will just move back. I feel like we haven't, I've seen like, what, maybe 1 or 2 exorcisms, but they haven't really resulted in much of anything.
They didn't last long enough.
Okay, they're gonna go in, oh, the bear, oh my god, they just kill Nico, baby, before he can do anything. They'll turn back around, they'll find themselves symmetrical, it's gonna be tossed up into the air, and the bear will have itself yet another snack as they'll hunt through the trees, man. This Tiny, he has had the roughest of luck. He's slowed down, they have a spirit vessel charge on him, everybody just chases after this rock, and this is gonna be Mickey who gets the kill.
Zai deeping away. They're trying to set something up on a bottom lane potentially, because like you would not expect this kind of a move where Zai immediately TPs to outpost. Mickey is pushing out, and Zai just shows, steals all the creeps from Mickey, or at least tries to.
There's a very powerful Dawnbreaker here as they do make their way to the bottom. They've got the Alacrity over on the Bear. Good Ice Path will slow them down just a little bit. The Gleipnir getting tossed out, but the stun coming off over here onto WEU. So it's not looking great as it does get Mickey, but the rest of the team is here. The taste is on Zai. He sees what he wants and he is going to get it. He gets a kill on Stunning and Void right around.
He TPs in, gets here.
Does immediately get fit. He gets, all right.
Hey, he just dies, all right. Oh god, what did just happen? Like he got bashed.
Disaster. Oh my god. Insania though is getting chipped away by the Ghost over on the back line with the Exorcism. Now they turn the attention over onto Zai. Silence. The Bushwhack over to Zai. They'll finally be able to get the kill on the Dawnbreaker. As the toss up on the Bear. They want to remove it, but this Bear is just doing so much damage. It just kills the Death Prophet like it's nothing. Cutting through him like a hot knife in butter. As again, this Alacrity, the Gleipnir is slowing them down just a little bit. They're trying to just get rid of this Bear and alright, yeah. Still can't see. Alright, there it is. They'll finally be able to take him down. It's like, take out Boxy. And now the rest of Liquid, they're happy. They got what they wanted. I mean, that kill on Void was just...
It was big. That was also a huge bushwhack coming out from Hoodwink, and he managed to snipe Mickey. Like, I think he might be aiming for Zai, and actually got him. Faceless Void, he used TP. It's a very long TP coming out from Faceless Void. Comes in, gets feared, and then gets bashed, and dies. Dies from the root. Didn't get any damage done.
Yeah, that's a frustrated...
Not too happy about it, but yeah, I like how Team Liquid also just like immediately use buyback on Mickey to be able to secure these barracks. Because they know if there's no Exo running, if there's no Chrono, they have no damage. But still, Hoodwink does quite a lot. Hoodwink also got level 20 from that, so -4 armor corruption talent, going into Deso next after finishing BKB. Gotta respect the damage coming out from Hoodwink now. Next on the menu for Team Liquid, definitely Roshan. It's Shard plus Aegis, and they know that Chrono's not ready. 45 seconds.
Yeah, who do they throw this Shard on? They already have a bunch picked up here.
Matu picked up the one for himself, so did Zai. I think you just give it to Invoker.
Fair enough. I feel like this Hoodwink is the only one that's really kind of keeping them in the game at this point on the side of Alliance. It's just so difficult for them to get anything done if he's not around.
Hoodwink like these fights, like these chaotic fights where she can cast spells from far away. And do we have any... Quelling Blades? We do not. Okay, Lone Druid has one. Matu is still holding a Quelling Blade because he's not running out of slots. I would prefer if there's like one extra Quelling Blade just to be able to cut down Hoodwink's tree.
They have a Force Staff. I mean, you don't really want to use that as the priority. You want to be able to use it as repositioning and whatnot, but you do have another solution.
Yeah, that there's also like Celestial Hammer, which is like not reliable. I don't know if you want to use that just to be able to cut down the tree.
All right, well, they have a bear problem in their base. It's just gonna run right back to its master, and look at the damage that it put on the tower. My god. You can see that building damage, 11.7k on Matu's Lone Druid. We're just running out of space here on the map for the side of Alliance. And, oh, look who's home. Look who's awake. Mr. Roshan, back from the dead. But they do have a Chronosphere, they do have Exorcism. Got a lot of things that they could throw in there. As Alliance does make their way over. Insania sitting over in the position, trying to break any smokes. Just break it on Nico, baby. Quite figure out exactly where he is. They're going to try to get the initiation, then jump over onto this Death Prophet. They just chew through Symmetrical immediately. Now Aramis trying to run away from this Monkey King ultimate as they'll hold into place. They do manage to take down Insania, so they won't have the Enchantress at the very least, but they're still hunting. They want more here on the side of Liquid as they'll push them out of this triangle. There is no Tiny, no Death Prophet available.
El Doge is massive. Having that Assault Curious, Mask of Madness, Alacrity, and Solar Crest, the attack speed is through the roof. Hoodwink trying to find an angle to see what's happening inside the pit.
This illusion of Dawnbreaker just running after Stamanen. As the creeps are pushing into the base. They just get this for free. That feels like they shouldn't be able to do that. Oh, Stamanen, okay. Throw down the hammer, pull forward. Zai considers chasing after him, is going to turn back though.
Radiant's middle.
Nice ice path.
They wanted to push the lane, see what happens if someone TPs, especially if Nico TPs, then they would definitely try to go in and take the Roshan immediately. Nico, even adjusting his item build, has a casual Talisman of Evasion.
We starting to set up here at the sharpshooter, but go for the Starbreaker. Follow up now from Boxy, looking for the opening. He is going to use the BKB to run away. It's too dangerous for him to be over in these woods.
And to go back to Talisman of Evasion on Faceless Void, he thinks that he needs some to be able to deal with the physical damage coming out from that bear. I mean, it's Nico, baby. It might be even Radiance in the end. You never know with him.
We'll smoke up again. They know that they want this Roche. It's very, very important. As Zai standing over on the high ground. Send out some of these summons. The jump forward here from Aramis, but he's not able to finish off Nicky as a follow-up Solar Guardian. Won't get dropped as Zai rejoining. They use the Exorcism here over on Symmetrical. He'll have to pop his BKB. He'll have to use the Essence Ring too. They'll turn the attention back to the
Bear is dropping low.
And he is sitting very low
first
indeed.
one.
So that is first bear down. Do have a resummon, but that is Exorcism also being used. It's barely surviving over here on this Death Prophet. Very important to be able to take this rush, take these fights. Oh, Insania, use the Glimmer Cape. Then back off. They've got the meatball in place, so should be able to take down over onto Aramis. This Roche is sitting so low. This Exorcism, though. Nice sharpshooter coming out. Does mention break. There's the Chronosphere, but the bear just chews apart Nico, baby. He can't do anything with the Chronosphere.
He didn't catch bear.
Out the tip. Oh my god. The chase after we. They want this. It's a good ice path. Will slow them down a little bit. You get the control up over onto Mickey, but now there's going to be the chase right back around.
Buybacks coming out from
There are
Alliance.
multiple buybacks. There is no Chronosphere, though, and Aramis really has nothing that he's going to be able to do much here in this fight, but they're trying to protect Wii a little bit more. Zai, very tanky. He does have the Bushwhack out, but they're not going to be able to... Oh my god, this bear is just the bane of Nico Baby's existence as he's forced to pop the BKB to try to survive against Matu.
Has to pop a BKB and run. Like these...
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
You would expect them to buy back if they have their spells ready. I don't think they can take the fight. This is the strength of Team Liquid's lineup, where they can fight whenever there's Chrono down, whenever there's Exorcism not available. They will go and take those fights. Also, what a chat move from Invoker as well, to be able to like block the damage from the sharpshooter. Mika's like, haha, bro, I did it. I stopped it for you.
It's a get down, Mr. President moment there for sure. All right. A little bit of calm after that crazy team fight around the Roche pit, but like we said, Alliance reliant on these cooldowns. No Chronosphere for another 50-something seconds, 30 seconds over on the Exorcism. It is level 3 now, but they're pretty reliant on being able to hold everyone in place. As we does find himself a nice little candy kill, so he'll get the pick off on Insania. But again, it is the level 5, rather the position 5 support. So if you're Liquid, you're not horribly upset about that.
It did stop Roshan from being taken. That's something. Because Mickey bought back in the previous fight.
Yes, bounty.
This was his like death after, so it took quite a bit of time for him to respawn.
You can see the priority that they are placing on this Roche, the way that they're playing. They go for the Exorcism, just sending Symmetrical and Boxy, very much aware here. They're gonna start moving over. They're out the Ice Path, they're out an EMP. Magpie the Bear goes in with Fear here. We'll be able to go get the stun off, jump over onto the back line. So here from Zai, causing immense chaos. It is gonna be Nico Baby who picks up the Aegis though, as now Liquid start to move back.
Nicely done. Alliance, even with being 15k gold down, they still go for this kind of a play. Symmetrical just runs in, pops the BKB. Nico Baby was also ready with the BKB to be able to secure the Roshan, takes both Aegis and the Shard. He did bought back in the previous fight, so he's not gonna have it. Chronosphere is still available. We still haven't seen like that good Chrono that is followed up by Sharpshooter, Exorcism, or anything from Jakiro.
Yeah, we're lacking a little bit of the synergy for some of these fights, unfortunately. They're getting results, but it feels like instead of something like a Surgeon being very finessing something, it feels like they're just slamming away at whatever the objective is. But, I mean, it's keeping them in the game, so. We in the top lane just gonna teleport back as Liquid continues to put the pressure down, continues to put those wards up, try to get vision, but they do have to be careful again. Nico Baby with that Aegis and the Chronosphere. Scotty completed now for Zai.
Can we check the damage overall done by heroes? I feel like Hoodwink damage is pretty insane. Oh yeah, 25,000, the most hero damage in this game. And he's getting closer to level 25. Once you get to level 25, the extra acorn shot, that's gonna be big. Now you have Deso as well, reapplying, applying it to everybody, and also the -4 armor corruption. So you gotta be careful. There is also a lot of synergy, a lot of heavy physical damage from Dead Prophet and Faceless Void.
It's just a matter of being able to set up the spite. Although they do have a Blink Dagger now over on the Death Prophet, so that will give them some more solutions to get in here. There's going to be applied here to the bear. They're trying to get rid of him as fast as possible. Looks like they should manage it. The toss back, though, over on the box. Look at that damage. It's starting to come online now here for Alliance. So they're going to come through. Nico? No. Not going to be able to get
him. Have vision. So Nico Baby in the end decides to go for Heaven's Halberd. That's a good way of having a bit of a status resistance against bashes, against the fear mechanic. There's going to be silence coming out from Dawnbreaker. Never mind, he changed his mind. I mean, he does have a silence, Mindbreaker, but went for Scotty, Basher next on the menu.
Cut.
And also Disarm, of course, against the bear, because the rest of the team is not doing so hot. So someone needs to buy it.
Are fortified.
So Fortify here in the mid lane. But see here how Alliance wants to move. There's a regen picked up. The bear fearing over here. Gets up bash. Alright, that's just an Aegis. No longer available for the usage of Alliance. Aramis with the avalanche here is gonna just provide an out for Nico Baby. We do have the Blink Dagger picked up for the Tiny now, but bottom lane, Zai has found himself a Jakiro, and will happily take that kill. Turn back around, Starbreaker applied over here onto Wee, but Wee does have that EKB, so gets the hold over onto Zai. Nice bushwhack will ensure that they get the kill. Nico Baby looking for an opening, looking for a Chronosphere here. So they do have the Exorcism. That's another bear.
That's the last one.
That is removed.
30 seconds with no bear. Liquid, they need to fall back. Also, Zai does not have buyback. Like, you would want to have buyback in these situations. He also hit level 25, so 2 Starbreaker charges, which means spell immunity with your shard and also a BKB. So he's pretty hard to take down. But you would want to have buyback. I think buyback's going to be crucial, especially if he wants to go for a play like that, baiting one of these big spells. Especially if you can buy Chrono, come back with your ulti into the fight. That's just game-winning move. That's Zai J right there.
All right, well, Alliance finding a nice opening
Radiant are scanning
into this game. They still have to be careful, but again, when you have your bear, take it. Oh, all right, Boxy showing off the BKB. I'm not sure exactly what he was planning on doing over here, as he is going to get chased, turn himself into a tree, but eventually is going to die to Wee.
Did he even plant the ward? I don't think he did. No one killed it.
And he had a...
He didn't even have a
sentry. He had just a sentry on him. Not sure exactly what was going on there.
Potentially break the smoke if they want to like smoke out someone, out pushes the wave, try to scout things out.
That's possible. 38 minutes in, 11k net worth lead here for Liquid. You can see that Wee has overtaken the net worth at the top, 25k, 24k over on Lone Druid.
And full data list also down on Hoodwink. Like, this hero is pretty insane in the late game. We're getting to that territory where this hero can take over. Also having Spell Prism, so 12% cooldown reductions on the Acorn shot, bringing it down to, what is that? Wait. Am I blind? It doesn't even say.
For the Acorn shot?
Yeah. No, it doesn't have cooldown. Never mind.
Okay.
It's just replenish time, I guess, with the Acorn shot charges.
They're back online now for Matu, but Alliance, they're emboldened. They're making their way across the river, and they're putting some pressure down into this top area of the Dire Jungle. You have...
Yeah, my whole point was Acorn shot, lower cooldown, not too bad. Sometimes you want to like sound smart, and then you go with it. Like, you don't have what you want to say, you check, and then it's like, I need a number, someone needs to help me out. Also, Matu, he hit level 25, so having that Spirit Bear attack time, like attack speed is insane. He also has both Leveler and Penta Edge Sword, thinking about which one he needs, finishes off the Monkey King bar on top of that. So he's fully jacked. Eldoga is 6 slotted. Now we can start getting some items on Matu himself.
Well, they have so they have the aesthetics cap over on Faceless Void for that 40% status resistance for the 3 seconds. It's pretty nice.
Under attack.
This hero that
The way he itemizes is, I don't want to die. It's not about me dealing the damage, it's more about me surviving, landing a Chronosphere. Hoodwink is going to be the one dealing the damage.
Yeah, he's done the least
30,000
of damage.
5,000 damage on Faceless Void in a 40-minute game. Okay, he understands.
Well, we know that WEU is the big damage dealer in this particular game, so his job, survive, land a chrono, and let his team do the damage, it seems. It's another smoke play coming out from Alliance. They're going to back up Nico Baby here and hope that perhaps Liquid will take the bait. But so far, Liquid, they're preoccupied. Aramis leading the charge, does have that Blink Dagger. He's got a couple mobility items now, also has a Force Staff. So they're going to make their way over into the Dire Jungle. But Sheepstick is completed now for the Invoker, so Mickey going to have even more lockdown. Depends on who gets the jump on who, and this time they'll get the jump on a Monkey. Kill there for WEU's got to feel pretty good about that. Lines up the Sharpshooter over here. Does manage to connect over. Oh, there it is. There's the Chronosphere that we've been waiting for. They've got the Exorcism. They've got to line up the damage. It looks like they're going to be able to get it. They take down Insania. They'll find themselves. Nico Baby, though, he does end up falling as Mickey is just trying to fight. Now, WEU running for his life. This bear chasing after Aramis, trying to do some body blocks. He just gets chewed apart by Monty's bear. That is a gem on the ground. WEU trying to hide the tree, but he can't because Fox is evasion. They see him. They're trying to put the damage down, and they'll chase after this WEU, and they'll take down Symmetrical. They still have not managed to get the kill over on the Nico Baby box back. They get the kill on WEU. They want Boxy. They're going to try to chase down, but are they going to be able to finish him off? No, Boxy somehow still alive.
In and out.
Fighting with Mickey, and he's just getting kited so hard right now. Mickey has the Ghost one, just going to bounce around, slow down. Nico Baby turns back around. He's got the Hex. They've got the damage. They're going to get the kill. That's a dieback on Nico Baby.
That's 10, 11 people dying, because Invoker is the only one who survives. Faceless Void did use a buyback, and so did Monkey King. Pretty wild fight. How, like,
oh my god, and now
Mickey, he's going in. Double buyback. Does he have a Force Staff on Tiny?
Oh
he already used it. Forcing 2 buybacks, 3 buybacks. Roshan is going to be back in minute and 50 seconds.
And then they get this, they have the stomp with the Centaur creep there,
Centaur,
just to slow down WEU. We really wanted
Centaur.
that.
Yeah, that's their sixth player. Blitz as well, so 7th.
Is that what we're calling the Centaurs? Blitz?
Yeah, it's like he did more. He did more than Blitz. Just kidding. Blitz, you know, a Chad, a friend. So we can.
We love you, Will. Don't
yeah,
worry.
exactly.
We're just joking around here.
There's gonna be the fight. Hoodwink surviving for so long. Like these. Oh, he sniped him. I didn't see that. And also Gem on the ground. He tries to go in. Disarms Invoker, and yeah.
Look at
Nico
Mickey
Baby was. This is his like 2nd buyback in the game where he does not have a Chronosphere. Mickey toying with him a little bit. These like look at his armor. It's -21, so he had the minus armor from Forge Spirits actually hitting him throughout this whole time.
Yeah, Mickey Vu with the schmoves in that last fight, especially jumping around in that base, dodging around. Very nicely done. But all right, it's been one hell of a game so far with how back and forth it has been with some of these fights, some of these buybacks, the diebacks on top of that.
How we're looking with the buybacks. There's only one hero with the buyback at the moment, and that's Invoker. Divine Rapier on Hoodwink. He's ready to go.
Time. Masai, though, following up. A Sharpshooter does connect, but this is looking like it's at Tiny, so he's Tiny for 100
seconds. Yeah, fought back in the previous fight. Roshan back in 10 seconds. They're going to try to go in and take that fight.
All right, they do have a chrono. They do have a chrono. This time on Nico.
It's smoke time. I feel like they need to go, but they don't have any smokes. That's the problem. You can't smoke if you don't have it.
Smoking is bad for you.
I think they all were like, yeah, smoke, TP tier 2, we're gonna go in, but they didn't have it. And now you have probably Lone Druid picking up the Aghanim Scepter, so
Remote
you
control
don't
bear time.
exactly. You don't have to care about the range. And also, if you die, the bear also lives.
Welcome to the dance.
Gotta
What is he?
consume it.
But you know, he is just the feeder and carer of the bear at this point. So, all right, Alliance in a tough corner right now. They're standing on the high ground. They anticipate that this movement's coming out from the side of Liquid.
This is also big. You see a hero who does have a Divine Rapier, so you might position yourself to try to kill it. Thing is, Hoodwink does have a shard, so you might go for an illusion.
Bear.
Yeah, Bear's almost dead.
Yeah. Invoker Boots traveling in now. Liquid trying to figure out how do they want to approach this box. He does have a ward over on the eye spot. He's getting a lot of information as WEU is in the bottom lane. But it looks like Liquid, they're going to be patient. Bide their time. They go for a scan. They know that they're hiding over in the corner.
Hoodwink is nuts in the late game. Like having all the talents unlocked, level 28 at the moment. Has, what did he buy? He bought bots too. We have even more move speed. Move speed is maxed out at the moment, having evasion and also having invisibility. So if he manages to stay away from this gem on Monkey King just drops immediately in those fights.
Oh, okay. Boxy feeling like perhaps about to get gone on. It's a little decoy here coming out from the Hoodwink, trying to get some information, see who's hanging out in this triangle area. But Liquid, they part. The Abyssal Blade now is picked up on Matu. It's more lockdown coming out. They already have that sheep stick on the Invoker, now with an Abyssal Blade. Yeah, look at the net worth. It just launches into the stratosphere here for Matu. And Nico Baby has been struggling, especially with the buybacks. Tower just goes down.
They're still gonna respect the damage coming out from Hoodwink. They're waiting for, okay, they do have a second bear, so they might try to poke, see what happens, how much damage Hoodwink does.
It's a lot. It's an absolute lot. Yeah, most damage dealt in the game, 48.6k on Hoodwink. I think the least is still on Faceless Void, 7.6k. That's an oof.
What is he sitting at?
7.6k.
Oh, so he almost doubled his damage in the last fight.
Yeah, he has done the least amount of damage out of everyone in this game. That's not what you want to see on your Faceless Void. But if he sets up the perfect Chronosphere, if he catches everyone and they get the damage off with their, their combos and the Hoodwink being able to dish out the damage, they still get the victory then.
Also, he hit level 25, took the Chronosphere talent AoE. So that's gonna be more people inside the Chrono. Doesn't mean if it's allies or teammates. If he can catch Dead Prophet, who already has Exo, that's fine. But like the only hero you care about is Hoodwink. Like you can't catch Hoodwink inside the Chrono.
That would be the biggest oof of oofs. Is that a Lincoln's that we see picked up now too? I think it's coming over to Void right now.
Yeah, it's the Lincoln's. So he's gonna be protected against that Hex. There's not too many other good abilities that they can throw at him. Like Cold Snap after that is okay-ish, but other than like Abyssal Blade, looking for an opening. He needs to stay away. Like, he needs to be the one in the back lines.
I just feel like this is going to be so hard for WEU to play, right? Because he's got to be in the back lines. He's also got to be doing out the damage. And he's got to watch out for, Nico Baby, too. Has to be careful because he wants this Chronosphere, but he has to make sure that WEU is nowhere near that.
Radiant
in terms of being caught, for sure. As we see the bear move forward. Nico. Now some of the team behind him. Go. Get the Heaven's Halberd off. The toss back from Aramis. In comes Zyva. The follow. Beautiful Starbreaker over onto 3. They'll just rip apart the Tiny. But then the damage is coming out from the Hoodwink as they are going to have to pop the BKB over.
Where's the bash?
And I think trying to get it, but Force Staff will come into play as Nico going to be just sliding back and forth. Wants to get rid of this bear if possible, but will also have to be very aware of the positioning of Team Liquid.
I think Alliance, they can't leave the base. Bear with the Aghanim Scepter. You can always go for these like sneaky little play. You can come with the Dawnbreaker as well. You have enough damage to even go through potentially backdoor protection, so you need to stay inside. Try to drag this game as much as you can. Tiny, how's this doing? Doesn't have buyback for another 30 seconds.
Is the Aegis reclaimed? We have an Abyssal though on Zai. Multiple ways of locking down, especially, oh my god, the jump forward, all right, there it is, there's the Chronosphere, but they can't do anything because they have the Abyssal over onto we can't actually hit into the Chronosphere at all. They absolutely control
Divine Rapier down.
That is the Divine Rapier on the deck, despite a beautiful Chronosphere. Zai in the perfect position. Make sure that they clean up, they'll take out this Death Prophet. The buybacks are coming out in mass now.
10 seconds for Hoodwink.
They have to get over there, they've got to get back in, but
Nico saved the Rapier, so Hoodwink is going to have to buy back in a couple of seconds, pick it up, and try to go for it. I mean, the throw just dies.
Right in for the throw, Zai jumping forward. Nico may be doing everything that they can. They won't hold back here. So we looking for this opening. Doesn't manage to get a lot of damage, but do they have enough damage to just slow everyone else down with this glyph? Nice avalanche over onto side, but the bear just chewing through everyone, chews through Nico, baby, and is running after. We then got the Alacrity, he's got the beat game over there. They're just gonna chase right into the base. Mickey finishing off Dominant, and this is looking like the end of the game here for Alliance.
Yeah, great shot.